What's going on, guys? Brian Mees is here. Assalamu alaikum. This video is going to be about how to handle going broke after success. You know, and it's gonna be a real one. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment below, guys. Don't forget to, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Support your boys, support the movement. This is for my young homies, my future children, anybody out there that's struggling as an entrepreneur or anything out there to hopefully persevere to help, you know, get you on to the next goal, that next step. Because, you know, success is pushed on pretty much everybody, universally, regardless of where you come from, any country. From a young age, you know, success, whether in academia, success whether in sports, you can even include spirituality in this. But for a lot of people, you know, success in the material financial realm, unfortunately. And for what could be defined as making it or good enough can vary per person. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to ask the average American, would they want to be a millionaire? They'll probably say, yes, of course, I want to be a millionaire. At least a homeowner, things like that. Some level of financial stability, because we all agree that financial stress can really just suck. You know, it can taste very bitter. And, you know, as far as dealing with going broke, like a lot of people watching this, you know, all due respect, might be broke and be like, well, I don't need no help with that. I've been doing that maybe my whole life. And what they don't really show or teach, I think, is like, you know, the comeback story. How to actually, you know, manage the comeback story. There's a lot of stories of people that, you know, made it and fell off and kind of like fell off the face of the earth. I could be one of them. There's people that had tremendous setbacks of all kinds. You know, I know a lot of people like hate Trump. You know, Trump went, you know, bankrupt a bunch of times, and you know, now he's the president. You know, been shot at with a by a sniper, things like that. You know, people go through many different things. You know, whether you like the guy or hate him. And for the young guys, like I'm 33, I'm gonna be 34, and I've had a lot of financial successes and setbacks. Like, and I can fully admit that, like, a lot of the financial, like, successes that I had were, I would think for most people, if they had those opportunities, you know, they'll probably be on the trajectory that would set them off, like, kind of for life. And I've also had setbacks that I believe for most people, if they had them, it will likely ruin them for life. I could get into a few of those today, because I'm going through one right now. I want to go into a story. Like 6 months, this is 2018. This is 6 months after becoming a gym owner, or almost 6 months. I got scammed, and I got robbed. And I was making really good money at the time, you know. So I entered like a new stratosphere of, like, you know, wealth and finance at the time. And I'm juggling, you know. I'm a young 26, 27-year-old, you know, entering the six-figure phase of my life in full stride, you know, not just, you know, barely six figures, like healthy six figures. And, you know, earlier that year, you know, I had just literally started trying to work full-time as an entrepreneur. I work in several jobs, personal training. I'm doing my YouTube, trying to get my YouTube, like, full-time off the ground. Delivering pizzas on weekends, working in movie theaters, different kinds of professional fighting. And then I ended up owning the gym. So all the things I was studying and my journey of learning how to become an entrepreneur in running sales or marketing and business, I was easily able to convert that into, like, running the gym. So the gym that I've been at for like 10 years at that time takes off like it never did, or at least I've never seen it did in my entire time being there in that 10 years at that point. So there's that extra layer of confidence. Like, you just kind of ride this rocket ship of confidence, even financial confidence, from, like, so many victories. And then you hit this major setback. So Now, at this time, I have lots of money in the form of like the first time I've seen like tangible, like 5 figures and $10,000 or more in my account. You know what I mean? I have like a pretty large and sizable like credit limit and credit cards at the time amongst different cards. So the idea of spending like, well, for a normal person, like exuberant amount of money or having that money is like not alarming to me. Like I have been tours, I've seen it done. I've made money, got sponsorships, all that type of thing. So seeing that kind of money is like very real and not foreign. So somebody had bought personal training lessons for me and then asked for a refund, and I did, and it wasn't his car, so I have to cover the entire cost of $7,000. No, it was like maybe almost 30. It could have been $30,000, and it basically got like 30 days to pay this John back, right? So this guy pockets the money that he refunded, and I'm out 30 bands. Before, like less than a year before that, I didn't even have the capacity to even lose 30 bands. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that December was a dark month because, let's see, October, my wife left me, right? My wife left me. Like, I'm getting a divorce. And then after, like, I thought we were like the happiest we've been in our relationship. And that, for the most part, we've been married for almost 2 years. Like, we had like a very happy marriage. So I was like very shocked at her leaving. And then I think in November I ended up losing a fight, right? That's like, and it's a lot of things I'm juggling, trying to be a fighter, trying to run the gym to be successful, many different things. Going through that divorce is very emotional, and I'm just trying to stay kind of focused as best I can on the current mission I had in play. And then I get scammed. And then that December was like, the bank's taking all the money I got coming in, like, into my business, basically. But like I pull it off. Like I pay off the entirety of the debt and that I had, from the money that I kind of had a little bit saved up. Like I paid my rent in advance. I paid my coach that I bought the business from, like over a 10 years installments. I paid him up in advance, and then I just worked my behind off to make the sales, and then I covered the gap. I made it through, alhamdulillah. And then so that's literally January 1st, New Year. Like I go to bed early. Everybody's up partying New Year. I go to bed early. And then a month after New Year's, it's February. I bought between that time period, I bought 2 other businesses, including a yoga studio. I bought my first Porsche, my first sports car. I'm balling again. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I fight and I lose again because my dumb ass. I eat a whole bunch of fruit snacks right before I go out to fight. Like literally, the whole box from BJ's inside to eat before I go out to go fight. One fight I had in early February, I think. It was cold. I was miserable, and I had to cut a lot of weight. And I was sick. Before I had to train again, I'm like, But anyway, I'm up again. But that's a straight it's a level of up and down that I had in my life. And I had to take a quick pause there. Now, a lot of these L's were somewhat self-inflicting, but also I just wasn't aware of what could happen. You know what I mean? In life, you just kind of wish you had somewhat of an appropriate strategy guide of what to look out for specifically. Don't fall for this obvious trap, or know exactly because sometimes to succeed and to achieve certain things is gonna be risky and nobody really knows the answer. You gotta have the ambition and the gumption to want to achieve certain things and come out the other side. So regardless of those L's that I took, I received a bigger payoff on the other end, no matter what it was. Usually, you know what I mean? Pretty much always. There's a couple verses in the Quran. I'm going to say in Arabic is فَإِنَّمَا يُسْرُ يُسْرًا إِنَّمَا يُسْرُ يُسْرًا, and that roughly translates to also come to Allah, saying like, "Verily, with hardship comes ease. With hardship comes ease." And that's how that works in my life. Like, I'll have like some major setback and then some massive growth financially. This video is already 10 minutes long, and that was like from 2018, early like 2019. Okay, this is 2025 now. But this video is already 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna go too much. I'm gonna make another part 2 of this. Hope you guys tune into that, just so you guys can kind of know the kind of things that I've been through. If you go through those kind of things, you know, Lord willing, you can overcome those things and triumph over those kind of things. Because, you know, I made mistakes. I made a lot of good judgment, but, like, you know, you can make a lot of good judgment and a lot of right decisions, and one bad decision can mess you up. One bad decision can mess you up. So stay, you know, mindful, stay patient, stay diligent, stay disciplined, stay prayed up. I want you guys to do better than me, literally. I got nothing to gain from you guys doing worse than me. I have nothing to gain from the world becoming a worse place after I leave or after I've, you know, tried to make my mark. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes and do better. Learn. Let me be the sacrificial lamb. All right. I'm gonna wrap the video up, guys. Stay blessed. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, comment below. I appreciate you guys who've been commenting on my YouTube as of late. I'm trying to stay up to it and be into it with, you know, the raw content. Hope you guys like it. It's Brian Mees. You guys stay blessed. Later.